highlight the X39 because that is the most comprehensive of the patch technology, but we can feel free. We're going to talk about a lot of the others, like Michael mentioned the Eon patch, which is also my second favorite patch out of all of them. And so, what is this patch technology? What is LifeWave? What is X39 for those that are unfamiliar? The X39 is a wearable light technology in the form of a patch. And when you look at the patch, in its center is a white, kind of like a white material. It's a crystal structure, actually, that was developed by David Schmidt. And what it does is it takes in our body heat. So when you place the patch on your body or within 3 inches of your body, it activates the patch, and the patch then takes in our infrared light and then reflects it back to us in a specific wavelength. Because the structure of the crystal structure in the center has been formulated to reflect a specific wavelength. So each of the different patches reflects back a different wavelength, and then it induces a different biochemical change or stimulation to our body to have different benefits. So with the X39, what it does is it increases a protein or a peptide. A peptide is a small protein called GHK copper peptide. And what a scientist named Dr. Lauren Picard figured out is that this peptide is capable of improving the activity of stem cells among a whole host of other benefits. So now with what we have, which is our X39, now we have a patch technology that wakes up our body and says, come on, you can do this and start significantly been impacted. But with the X39, with the Cellergize combination, we're going to wake up those stem cells to do those big time goals that we want. We want to work out, we want to live life, and we want to be happy. And we want to be pain free for those of us. So you want to be pain free, you want nice, beautiful, clear skin, you want to erase those fine lines and wrinkles, you want to look fabulous into your older years because you're reversing the age, the ravages of time and environment, and you want to look great, that's X39, that's the LifeWave technology. And it is a patented technology, like I said, created by David Schmidt. They're non-transdermal, which means nothing is going into your body. Only your light is being reflected back to you. We wear it for 12 hours. We give our body a 12-hour break, and then we put on a new patch because the most effective time frame was discovered to be the 12-hour time frame. We place the patch daily because those benefits do compound over time. Some may feel it within one patch, others it takes time, 3, 6, 9, 12 months. Whatever time frame it is, the body is doing something, and the patches are helping the body do something from patch day one. So be patient, patch daily, stay hydrated to improve the cellular communication, and then you'll feel those true benefits. And always tie into the person who has sponsored you or the person that signed you up, because they will help support you with your questions, or come into these calls. And this is where we share and we'll learn so much from each other. Now, a few housekeeping rules. Use symptoms only, no diagnosis names. Tell us how you felt before, what patch you use, and how fabulous you feel now thanks to the patch technology. And of course, having an awesome, healthy lifestyle is super amazing to adapt to add to everything. So thank you all for sharing. I love the hands raised. Let's all raise our hands. Let's share some stories because we're here to learn and share. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Dr. Annabelle. And Dr. Annabelle, if you have friends that are know people that are Spanish speakers that are interested in LifeWave, she is exceptional. Of course, she's a doctor, so she's got a lot of background, so she can help a lot of people out there. But if you're interested in LifeWave, not asking her for advice, that's medical practice stuff, and you have to sign up for that. So anyway, just like I was talking about, before we started or as we were starting, uh, it's amazing to me, after 5 years of not having hiked in the mountains, and not really hiking at all. In Florida, you walk the beach, that's your hike. It's not that big of a hike. So hiking in the mountains is a whole different animal. And so I was kind of skeptical, how long it would take me to get back into the groove again. And I know a lot of you guys are like, well, Mike, you used to be a Navy SEAL. It's like easy for you. I was a Navy SEAL like what, 40 years ago? So yeah, it's long, that's a long time. So you develop yourself, you keep yourself developed, and you have the tools to keep that going. And if you decide to get back in the groove again or something you've been absent for a while, this is the best product out there. And that's why I believe, and we all believe, that LifeWave is for the whole world. It's not just for, people like myself that are, a little bit older. I feel myself, I'm just a little older. In the past, I remember looking at people like in their 60s, like, wow, they're ancient. But now it's like, hey, people that are 100. They're ancient to me now. So it's relative, right? So some of you that are listening, maybe you're in your 20s, maybe you're in your teens, whatever it might be, LifeWave can be for you, and LifeWave can absolutely, accelerate your development. Or get you back online again. If you've gone backwards, now the angry cells that we call them, the C cells, right? Uh, I just saw a letter between David Schmidt and another doctor. that was talking about how she was able to reverse the angry cells. And we've had a lot of people that have talked about that. Of course, we can't go specific on that or, say that this will absolutely, do that. But within their conversation, which I found very interesting, they talked about hard science. So when Jen gave my wife, Tracy, the patch, Tracy and I are very skilled in energy. We move energy, we understand energy. So when Tracy felt that patch, she instantly knew this was something different, right? So she brought it to me. I was like, oh, what's that? And then I saw the background on it. It was made for Navy SEALs. And I was like, oh, I heard about this. So then I started trying it and I got instant results. Some people, like we keep talking about, you may not, if you don't understand or feel energy, it's something that develops over time. Some people never develop it. It's that's okay. But with the LifeWave patch, I've never seen anyone not have results over time. So it works inside your body, and it's those angry cells like we're talking about. That's a mutation of a stem cell in your body. So stem cells can be unmutated and stem cells can be reactivated in your body. So you start to look younger, like a lot of us here are great demonstrations of. All right. So let's move on. I know Francine, you had your hand raised right away, and Perry, thank you guys for raising your hands. Francine.
Hi, Michael.
Hi.
So I want to tell you, first of all, I wasn't out hiking like you were, but for the last couple of weeks, I've been packing because I'm moving next week.
Oh.
So packing, putting the stuff in the box is a piece of cake, but carrying the box to the staging
Oh yeah.
area, my goodness.
I just
So
went through that. Yeah, that's a chore.
yeah, I know you guys just did it. Well,
Still
anyway,
doing it.
still doing it. Yeah. Well, last Wednesday, I'd been at it for, I don't know, 6 hours, and my back was just screaming at me, and I couldn't even stand up or sit down without pain. And so I went to the kitchen and I saw my cellular dries there. Now, mind you, okay, I'm wearing my X3949 every day. And my cellular dries, I already took it in the morning. So this was around 4 o'clock. And I said, I'm going to have another cellular dries and see what that does. And before I put the glass, I filled it up, drank it. Before I put the glass on the countertop, the pain was gone. I'm going, oh my.
Tina.
Hello, Michael. Hello,
Hi.
everybody. Dr. Annabelle, first, I want to say last night, listening to you about the leg issue, and I thought I raised my hand and I was going to piggyback on your story because it's amazing after 1 year, I've had that issue my whole life, and it's hereditary. And I was like, it may be hereditary, but it's disappearing. So I think same thing, diet, doing all the right stuff. It's a big benefit. And the Celigize this morning, I decided I was going to go out and hedge shrubs, and I have a ratchet. Yeah, that my finger got pinched inside the ratchet on my index finger right here, and it immediately went to a blister, turned purple black, and of course I'm all dirty, and I said, "Oh, I got my 12-hour X39 under the belly button." So I pulled it off and I stuck it on the blister, threw the glove back on, and I said, "We'll see if it works." Pain went away, and finger is not discolored at all. And that's what Celigize and X39. I was amazed, because I bruise and wow. And I think it's the Celigize, like you said, Michael. I think it just uh, elevates the healing.
Very nice. Very nice.
So
And
anyway,
Dr. Annabelle, are you going to talk about the leg thing, or
Yeah.
what exactly are you
Um,
I
talking
didn't
about?
want to. I didn't want to add her story. I thought maybe
Okay.
you'd like to
All right.
share it.
We'll
So,
we'll shift over to Dr. Annabelle, and she'll finish the little tease that you started. Thank you.
oh, yes, I did share it last week. So it was basically those nasty, very apparent raised veins that a lot
Mm.
of people have on your legs. And, we're not going to say the name of it, but it's unsightly for a lot of us, and we hate having them. And of course, being on your feet all day, part of your career, whatever have you. So, and pregnancy and weight gain, all of those factors were not beneficial to my legs. And we were at, on the beach, and I was putting on sun cream on my legs. The clean kind and very minimal of it. And it was amazing that about 60%, I would say, of those nasty looking veins seem to have cleared up. So I'm excited to see now. I'm on the patches technology, especially X39, for 2 years. So I'm excited to see now that we have the addition of the Celergize because it adds in those minerals and the supplements that we may not be getting in our diet. And that enhances the power of the patches. So I'm super excited to see going forward what the combination of the X39 and Celergize will be capable of doing. Of course, the water machine is coming eventually, but that is going to be truly amazing. But to be on it for 2 years and have my leg veins not so visible is pretty awesome. I'd also love to share that I have a brand new sign up not that long ago. I've known her for years. And so she saw one of my posts or a couple of my posts on social media and she reached out. And so she signed up. She's only using X39. She's in her mid 30s, otherwise a very healthy individual. And she sends me a message. She's about 2 weeks into it and she says, "Oh, I woke up with a intuitively as we see fit. Of course, you monitor the child, but I have safely used it for my daughter now for 2 years, and I will continue to use it. And so she used it for her 13-year-old. And when he wasn't using the patches, when he was at his dad's, he said he did not sleep as well. So that is a testament to the technology, even a used patch, which was pretty awesome.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Always love it when the youngsters are, get some benefits from it. So that's fun. Thanks for the shares. Priscilla.
Sorry, I was looking for the mute button. I'm always talking on mute. It's good to see you, Jaco. I really tried to be here last Monday to share this with you, and my schedule got crazy. This one is kind of long, but I wrote everything down so I could stay on point.
All right.
Number one, I'm in my 3rd month. Number two, I've lost inches. And I don't know how, why, or where. I long haul I have long haul COVID. Long haul, it attacked all the joints in my body, and I'm throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, at it. So X39, yes. I also go for lymphatic drainage, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I go to the EE System Center close to me.
Yep.
Like no Carmine, but the one close to me. So I've been doing that for maybe a month and a half, 6 weeks.
Good.
When I went for lymphatic drainage, I had lost inches. They had to take in the pants. I don't know if you've ever seen the process, but you wear some pants, and they hook you up to a machine and they do it. they had to take in the inches because it was not touching me.
Wow.
So I don't know how, I don't know why, but I'm in my 3rd month of X39 and only 6 weeks of every other week of EE system. So I'm thinking it might be the LifeWave patches.
Yeah, combined with the the other system. That's we've talked about how the benefits of LifeWave combined with other modalities often accelerates them and makes them even more potent. So uh, I'm glad you're because that's a really good system. But I would like to see everyone that's using that system also in LifeWave because, as I said, it's going to benefit everybody in the world, and I think that's the case. So I think you're proving that even with another modality that's very effective, when you use LifeWave in conjunction with it, it accelerates the benefits of it.
Yes, I have more. Thank you for being on Mike Barra. What,
Oh,
2 weeks ago?
yeah.
I was the one who patched up to go to the family reunion because I have trouble walking with all the joints, and I had left a lot of details out of that chat. I'm sorry, but that's what it was. I was having trouble walking, and so I had 2 or 3 ice waves on each foot just to go to the family reunion, and it worked. It worked. Um, Also, thank you for sharing X39, X49 Eon patch promo. I couldn't get 5 of them, but I got 2 of them. And I started 49, but I don't know where to put the Eon. And I sleep in 39 and 49 because I sleep on grounded sheets. So I have all my metals while I'm sleeping. And I don't know where to put the Eon
So
patch.
if do you wear the X39, X49 during the day?
No.
You wear them at
I
night?
now after you're on Barra, I did 2 days because I have a sprained ankle and it's really bad. So I did wear them, like you said, a couple of days around the clock, but I didn't even think of putting it on the ankle to just now. I will do that later, like
Yeah, you can
tonight.
you can put the Eon anywhere you have some swelling, inflammation, whatever, or pain. But just like the X39, 2 fingers below the belly button, you can put that on. You can put it on like if you do the X39, X49 at night, you could put it on during the day or vice versa. So I think most people like myself use it X39, X49 during the day and then Eon at night. But whatever works for you, your body, you listen to your body. Obviously, you listen to your body very well, and whatever works for you, and that'll change with time, as you'll see. You'll move the patches around, and you'll wear them different times. It's just keep using them.
That's what I did. I put 49 on top of the belly button and 39 on the bottom of the belly button. It's like, yeah, let's get y'all going. Okay, last one, because I've gone through the whole checklist. I agree with Miss Tracy Joe. I hope she's listening. She made a comment on the podcast with Noah, Mr. Noah,
Mm-hmm.
about you have to make your own program, which you just said that I was doing with the modalities.
Yeah, very good.
So thank you both.
Thank you, Priscilla.
And if I can add one more thing,
Sure.
I really miss your lives on Rumble because those chats were awesome.
Maybe I'll go over there and do some in the future. But right now we're live on YouTube as we're doing this show, and we almost have as many people watching on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for joining us as we do right here in this window. So the Zoom invite. So it's
Yes,
growing. So a lot of people are
I
getting
just
involved in it. A lot of people are interested in it. So I think that's fantastic. So yeah, we'll do a live Rumble at some point. Rumble was good to me. When YouTube kicked me out, Rumble was my home for a while. And now YouTube, I guess because things are changing, free speech is coming back again. YouTube has let me back.
yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Priscilla. Michelle.
Hi.
Hi.
This is an incident that happened yesterday, and it was like one of those transformative miracles right before your eyes. we were at my grandson's birthday party, a pool party, and a lot of kids, parents. Nines, and I decided I'm going to
And I think a lot of people when they get extreme discomfort and they use the patch because we patch people at events all the time, and they're getting results because they've been in pain for a long time, and the patch because it brings so much energy, new
energy.
energy, and they're stuck in an energy flow that's very negative. It brings in good energy. They have really good results very quickly.
Yeah, the
But
fact that her face just went from crunched up in pain to
right,
that to everyone else was the miracle. Like, what's going on?
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
And that calm you get too with the patches.
yeah,
Yeah, it helps a lot of people. So that's a beautiful story.
yeah,
Thanks,
yeah.
Michelle.
Thanks.
James,
Wow. Hey, Michael, great to see you again.
good to see you again.
Great interview with Juan. Thanks. That was awesome.
Thank you.
But I'll stick to LifeWave. Mostly I'm just a couple of weeks in. I'm using X39, X49, and I'm using the Eon patches. I ordered a bunch more. Um, Ankle issues and energy, my main things. And I've noticed
Mhm.
I'm doing the Cellerize. I'm doing the X39 on the neck, X49 on the belly.
Mhm.
I don't know if that should be reversed. I'm not sure if it makes a difference.
It can, so maybe play around with it and see if you
Yeah.
get a difference. So
And then the
sometimes
Eon
I
patch.
flip them just
Yep.
to see because if I have some kind of issue, I'll flip them and I'll get good results. But usually I put X39 at C7, but not always. Sometimes I
Okay.
put X39 2 inches below the belly button and then X49 in my lower back because I've had some issues back there, but I haven't had issues back there in like years now.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's good
Awesome.
stuff. Hmm.
Yeah. So I start with this Cellerize first thing in the morning.
Nice.
But what I've noticed, it's only a couple of weeks, and I generally am slow with any kind of supplements and things. I'm a little more like the long term, but I've noticed better energy, better morning energy. I get out, get the patches on, get the cell, I get my feet out on the grass, get my dumbbells out, do some light workouts in the sun.
Good man.
And and the joints seem to be it's a little early to tell, but I really think that ankle issue is slowly diminishing. We got out on horses yesterday up into, we're up in Teton Canyon here, so we get up in the woods.
Ooh,
And
Beautiful.
I was able to mount okay, getting up in the stirrup and stuff. But
Yeah.
after a couple of miles, it was kind of wild out there because of the flies and the horses were going a little crazy. So I came back. The ankles were still a bit sore, but I was like, wow, I made it out there. So
Yeah.
that was really cool. Um, Couple of quick questions. Okay, placing multiple patches. I've been using the Eons on specific locations like you suggested. But what is it?
Mhm.
I hear people talking about stacking. What is literally stacking them together?
Yeah, one on top of the other. There's wallpapering where you would do different patches. Like, let's say you have an injury. I've treated people with injuries at X39, X49, Eon, and
Wow.
maybe Alavita, whatever the injury, whatever the problem is. I do that with myself
Yeah.
in different places. That's wallpapering. Sometimes stacking, like we're talking about, is like you really have an issue and you put like one patch on and you're like, that's really not like Michelle was talking about with that one lady that had a knee
Yep.
problem. So she brought two X39s. I don't know if she stacked them or put them on, different locations, but you can wallpaper stack if you. I've heard of people like they had real problems with sleeping, and they use the nighttime patch for sleeping, and they did like three of them, and they like just got zonked. So
Right. Right.
uh,
Right. 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 Yes.
yeah. So, and they were like, I have had a lot of problems sleeping, so I want to make sure I get some good sleep. So
Wow.
stacking really just puts a lot of energy there. And then once you do the you know a really good zap of the energy, then you can start to back off over time. Maybe just if you do three, maybe two, and then one, and then you're
Interesting.
should be good. Yeah.
Yeah, sleep for me is not an issue, and I have I got some CBD gummies I market and use if I
Oh,
need it. But my thing is waking up and energy, which brings me to the question of how do you use the energy patches when you want that extra boost? Where do you put them
yeah.
yourself?
There's a couple different locations. It depends on like for you with your ankles. You
Yep.
might even put the energy patches there, but a good spot is the kidney one, which is like the bottom of the foot. Like if you have your your big toe and your four toes,
Yep.
so it's like right in that little groove area.
Okay.
That's where that kidney one spot is. So you
Yep.
put it there. Of course, you got the brown on the left and the white on the right. But another one you can
Now, when
do
you
both.
say left and right, did you mean opposite feet or opposite sides of the foot, like top, bottom?
So the brown patch goes left foot, and then the white goes on the right foot. Same
Oh,
thing with
okay.
it.
All
You
right.
move them up the body. You want to keep them because they're basically like a positive negative charge. And then you take the brown if you really want to get boosted energy if you need it, which I did with my hike just recently,
Yep.
10 mile
Yep.
hike.
Yep.
I also put them up on the lung point. So the lung is like right up in here.
Okay.
Uh, you know,
Yep.
imagine
Yep.
top of your lung.
And
You put it there,
you put the
just below your
opposing
collarbone.
patches back, both of them here, like one, two. Okay.
Yep, same
That
thing.
that's
And if you like I said, if you want a lot of energy, or you're going on something where you think you might need a lot of energy, that's you just take it next level. Now, some people are like, I I don't have the income to do all that, but occasionally maybe you would do it just to see, and maybe skip a day and it's okay. So, just see how that extra energy might affect you. And then once you get an extra energy boost, maybe you've been having some issues in your body, and that'll just like break that barrier, because you got some kind of stoppage, and the extra energy push will like push through that, and that's really what the ice wave and
yep.
the energy enhancer. That's what they do. They basically blockages and so forth. They basically get that pain moving, or that energy going in a better and consistent method. Like I've never tried anything. I've tried, as you might imagine, as a
Yep.
bodybuilder and being in
Yep.
the SEAL teams. I led PTs all the way till I retired.
Wow.
So, and that was extremely unusual. But
Yep.
so I use a lot of different, stuff to like supplement myself or
Sure.
energy.
Yep.
Nothing has been as consistent and smooth, because usually if you like drink a lot of coffee, you're like,
Yep. Yep.
and then you're like, all day long, you're like, you go up and then you crash.
Right.
With the energy enhancer, is just a constant smooth energy that just keeps coming. It's like, wow, wow,
That's
keep going.
that.
This, yeah.
You
So
know
that's
what I've noticed, just with the patches I'm using in the morning, it gives me I just feel inspired to work out more and to
that's beautiful.
get the feet on the grass, get in the sun, get the weights, light weights. I'm not heavy. I'm 70, but you
Mm.
know, get moving. And it just seems to like get me over the edge of, oh, should I? Or So I mean, I used to be a
Nice.
heavy weight lifter, but it was long ago. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want to take up a bunch more time. One more. That was great answers. Really appreciate it. But who, I just still have who, I just still have to figure out who to contact for further questions. It's,
But anyway, I have to thank you because if it wasn't for you, I'm just so grateful and blessed. So after a year, I started I started with X39.
mhm.
I went on to X49 after 4 months. So I decided to put it down. And I was like, this is crazy, insane crazy. The transformation in my body at 73 is insane. So I will try to be good. I will try real hard to be good. But the first thing I noticed was bone density. Am I allowed to say this?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Increased bone density. That helped when I face planted and I didn't break a bone. I didn't break my nose. It was amazing that my body had transformed like that. I had connective tissue disease. Teal, gone. I don't even know where it is.
Wow.
My hands are no longer white. They used to turn purple. And the reason why I'm saying this is because after a year, I decided, let me look, because I listened to everybody sharing. I hope my testimonial helps people. Cartilage repair, I had connective tissue disease. Nothing rips anymore. Doesn't rip. Not happening. I had fibromyalgia. I had dark spots all over my hands. They're basically almost gone. Gone. Scar tissue, repaired. Gone. Gums, bled all the time. No longer there. And the injuries that I experienced with my skin healing in 7 days, a doctor told me should never happen. Should be 4 to 6 weeks. Should never have happened. So digestive issues, I was a mess. Gone. Blood pressure, normal. The pain in my heels, gone. Now this is the interesting part. The vision, my vision was about 20/30. I would say that it's more 20/20 and the distance it's getting it's even better. Now we were talking and Dr. Annabelle, I couldn't agree with you more. I tried the Cellular. I don't know what's going on. I have tried many things over years because as a dancer, I had horrible explosions on my veins. Okay. They're disappearing. And it's the Cellular-Gize. It was when I added the Cellular-Gize, just like Dr. Annabelle said, she's noticing that things are changing. So I am grateful. I am blessed. I thank God every day. I just wish I have tried many, many, many things over the years. Nothing like this. This is in a category of its own. There is nothing that I've experienced like it to have 14 things, 14 things that I live with pain every day. It's unbelievable. So thank you guys. Roxanne and Jen are great. They're wonderful. Very easy. They've coached me. God bless them. I don't know how they put up with me, but I'm so grateful. But thank you.
Wow. That's great, Joanne. And it's the same thing we were talking about where things are reversing because those stem cells, along with the Cellular-Gize, which has that what is it? Is it monk fruit? Dr. Annabelle, what is it?
Sea buckthorn. Sea buckthorn.
Sea
But monk
buckthorn.
fruit is the
Okay.
sweetener.
And it's an
Yeah.
extract of sea buckthorn called cyantox.
I have to remember
monk
that.
fruit is the sweetener, Dr. Annabelle, too. They have that in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was
and it's the only thing
thinking
I
about it. Makes it delicious.
Oh, yeah.
And but I was just looking at Dr. Annabelle. She was just smiling. It was like, I remember Dr. Annabelle when she started. She's always been a beautiful woman, but she is just epic now.
Yep.
And look at Barry. Look at Barry down there. He's looking good too. He's a handsome guy. So we got a beautiful woman and a handsome man. Go ahead, Barry, say something. He's frozen, so I must put it on pause. So but he didn't get that. That would have been funny for him. All right. Thanks, Joanne. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Thank you.
Lynn.
I love these shares tonight. Just
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, they're fun. So I have 3 for everyone, my normal 3. I have a brand partner who's been on the X39 and the X49 for about 6 weeks, and he saw a friend that he hadn't seen since before the patches. So I'll quote, his friends said, "You look amazing. You look so different. You are so sharp." And he said that several times. His friend and his friend's business partner, they're both took the COVID jab and they have severe brain fog. And they're 2 young gentlemen. Businessmen in their 40s, and it's so bad they're starting to get some bad customer service reviews because they just can't remember things. So we're getting both of them signed up on the patches.
Yay.
That around. You did that wonderful show with David Schmidt about the X39 and that. So he noticed how much my brand partner had changed with those patches. So I'm looking forward to, I'll have more testimonies on that, I'm sure, in a couple of weeks. And then I have another customer who's been on the X39 and the Eon for about 2 months. And she got our special where we had the 39.49 and the Eon package. And so she's 3 days into the X49. Someone's going to read from her email. She said, very soon after starting the X49, I noticed improvement in the swelling of my feet, especially my right foot that has a foot drop. Now, even with the heat, there's a little swelling and the skin redness is gone. My right ankle, which has been sprained dozens of times and has been popping and cracking, is about gone with the X39. My energy's better for watering the garden and doing things outdoors. She's in her 70s.
Hmm.
And she said, my mood is even better the past 3 days with the X49.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good.
Yeah, she is super excited, and so am I. And the third is a little bit different story than I share, and that we probably share. But this is a Miracle Monday, and to me, part of the miracle is how people are brought into LifeWave to use the patches. And so I had an MK Ultra survivor, a trafficking survivor, reach out to me, and she'd seen me on a podcast, likely yours, that we did, and she's been in horrible pain and PTSD ever since, and has not had much relief at all. And I was talking to her Sunday. She said,
How many years is that?
so she was talking probably about 50 years ago.
Woo.
And she was telling me the name of the U.S. University Medical Center where it occurred. I'm up to a list of about, I think, 17 now, Michael.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, so no,
Don't share that. Let me share. I'll share it. I'll say I have
okay.
someone that on good that told me. A
Yeah,
little bird told me. So
yeah,
want
yeah,
to keep you safe. Yeah.
yes.
my shoulders feels terrible. I said, well, what's your pain level on your shoulder from like 1 to 10? He said, well, I'd say it's about a 10. I said, whoa, okay, well, here, let me get another patch. So I pulled out another X39, had him put his finger on his shoulder, and I put the X39 directly over the pain on his shoulder. And within 1 minute, he had gone from a 10 to a 4. And by the time we were through talking, he was lifting his arm up and rolling it around and everything, and his pain was completely gone. So I thought that was a miracle that she felt it in her hand like she did, and his shoulder pain was able to go away. So and another thing, when I told her about it, she said, if this stuff does what it says it does, and I told her about the business, she says, this is something I can really, really take to the moon. So I'm very excited about that. And that was probably one of the best things about the whole week, and it just happened late Friday afternoon. But thank you to everybody that's here, and thank you, Michael and Tracy Joe, for bringing this to the world. It's a true blessing.
Yeah, it's a blessing having all of you share your amazing experiences and a miracle. So and so many people are watching these shows. So I kudos to all of you that had the courage to do it in the beginning. And some of you are like so inspired, you just come in and you just keep cheering. I love it. So because that's the way it is. It never stops, the benefits from it. So thanks everybody that shared, and lots of love to you. And we'll see you guys next time. If you want to unmute and say goodnight.
I saw Sally brought Nick.
Night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night,
everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael and Tracy Joe.
Good night, everyone.
Fantastic shares tonight. Thank you.